The 16-year-old boy who accused James Charles of sexting him last week has now gone to the police. Hello and welcome back to Drama Investigator. James Charles has been accused by multiple underage victims of allegedly sexting them or interacting with them inappropriately. As we all know, James received worldwide backlash in 2019 after Tati Westbrook, Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson exposed him for being an alleged predator. James redeemed himself back then by sharing his truth, which a lot of fans believed. And then one of the guys who accused him apologised. It was really weird. Then Tati stuck up for James in a video and apologised to him. And lastly, Jeffree and Shane got cancelled for their highly disturbing pasts resurfacing. So it's all just one huge mess. James has been seen in the public eye as someone who was falsely accused of being a predator. So this kind of allowed him to get away with the narrative of, oh, this person and that person are lying. James has also been quick to defend his other influencer friends who've recently been accused of grooming and worse. So obviously this is such a bad look for James now because people are accusing him of protecting other alleged predators. This was James's statement after the allegations of his besties Tony and Andreas Lopez came out. Victims deserve to be heard and should never be invalidated, but it's insane that anonymous newly made accounts are popping up with stories and people are just believing it, with no proof at all. I'm not defending anyone, but there are always two sides to every story. Is really effing serious, and it is absolutely disgusting that making false allegations is becoming a trend right now. All it does is invalidate actual victims when they feel ready to come forward. So yeah, not a good look in light of the current allegations against him. Something else people are also pointing out is this tweet James made a while back about the types of men he is attracted to. I'm 21 years old and am attracted to people that are close to me in age. It's not always clear how old someone is based on their appearance, hence why it's always good to verify someone's age. So he's currently contradicted himself because once again he's been called out for not checking the age of multiple victims who've come forward and shared their experiences. So this morning James kind of ignored everything that was going on and he had tweeted good morning, and in the comments section he was responding to current allegations, but also the way he responded, he made it out like it wasn't that big of a deal. I'm not trying to get out of anything. No matter what happened, it was unacceptable, embarrassing, and I should have taken the extra steps to research the person I was talking to. There is no excuse. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. This is on me. James Charles, where is the video with the gamers? I didn't want to post a video with them and drag them into my situation they had nothing to do with. It wouldn't be fair. Love heart. It'll be out eventually. Now what rubs me the wrong way about that last tweet is that he admitted that, yeah, I'm getting these allegations thrown at me, so I'll wait a while before I upload more content. That way people who I hang out with won't be dragged into my situation. So basically he thinks and he acknowledges that he knows this will all blow over eventually. So the 16-year-old victim who came forward and shared their experience with James had also told everyone that TikTok and Twitter removed his exposing videos, and then he basically said that he went to the police station to most likely make a formal statement against James. Apparently the police are now currently going through this boy's phone. It's not currently known what's happening, but everyone thinks that James will get away with this once again and it will all blow over. So like I said before, multiple people are exposing James and sharing their stories. Well, one TikToker came forward with some receipts they'd saved of James allegedly flirting with a 16-year-old in TikTok comments.
Okay, you guys, I have some tea on James, and I'm not sure why nobody's talking about this. Y'all know this creator, right? I don't think you do, but he's 16 years old, and he's like really tall. He's 6'11". James Charles commented under one of his videos, putting CEO of height. The 16-year-old commented back with Buenvenidos, James, and James said, trying to DM you, but it won't work. Check IG, LOL. Obviously, all the comments started going off. Like, what the heck is going on? Telling him that he's 15, which obviously anyone with a brain can see in his bio. But James responded with, I love that I think. Anyways, that comment is no longer there. I don't know if that's like off-putting to anyone else. Maybe he just wants to be friends with a 16-year-old. Anyways.
Now for some weird reason, this video too has been taken down, just like every other exposing video, and word on Twitter is that James is getting all these videos taken down. Another victim whose story we shared on our last exposing video came out with more receipts including screenshots and messages of his interactions with James.
Alright guys, so I'm gonna explain to you guys how this happened because a lot of people are curious. I damn this bitch, as you can see, conversation. This all happened during the whole Tati scandal. I actually reached out to him because I felt bad for him. As you can see, he asked me for my snap right here, you guys. Anyways, I give him my snap. As you can see, he adds me right here. At this point, he messaged me right away, as you can see. So, as you guys can see, we did develop a streak. I know 3 isn't a lot, but it does show to prove that we were Snapchatting each other back and forth for a bit. And at this time, we were actually on really good terms. I did not think he was gonna do anything stupid. So anyways, we started talking again at 3 in the morning, and we were snapping each other. I sent him a shirtless picture, and it was literally just me working out at home. If you know me, I literally post that shit on my story all the time. It's quite obvious that he was pressuring me into sending him photos. After doing what he said, he questioned my confidence.
Alright, so as you guys can see, he's questioning my confidence because I didn't want to send him a specific photo. And I just find that very disgusting. Like, who does that to a person? Over here, I was telling him I was tired and that it was late, but he didn't seem to care, so... Obviously, me being me, I didn't want to lose the opportunity to talk to him, so I continued to do what he said. Anyways, I was getting really tired because it was super late. It was almost 4 o'clock a.m. and when I told him I wanted to sleep, he started to make me feel bad. He even asked me to video call and I said I didn't want to. He still proceeded to call my phone. At this point, I got very, very anxious, and as you can see, I'm literally shaking in this video because I was so scared. I didn't want to do it, so I chose not to. I told him I didn't want to video call him because I was scared my parents would walk in. He told me to go to the bathroom. This is what he said. Then he gave me attitude and he removed me off Snapchat, as you can see. What pissed me off the most is how he questioned my confidence. I'm going to be posting part 3. I'm running out of time. First of all, do not dare compare me to the people that expose him and do this for clout, because I'm definitely not doing this for clout. It's been 1.5 years since this incident actually happened between me and James, and I'm deciding to speak about it now because there's so many people speaking about their stories. It's really funny how you're saying that I was trying to lead him on, because in the beginning of the thing, he told me that he was not looking for anything, but he proceeded to call me daddy. He started calling me baby. That's clearly leading somebody on. Obviously, if you're not looking for any sort of relationship or anything, you would not ask the person for video calls or any of that crap. And that's exactly what he did to me. Now, the only reason why I documented our conversation was because I started to suspect that he was using me for... And it was quite obvious, so I did have a right to document that. However, prior to those conversations, I never documented anything because that's just not what I would do. I only documented this because I had my rights and I knew what he was up to. So, that's definitely not my fault. What are you talking about? Who's y'all? Ew. My brother said ew, and I told him to stop recording, as you can see. So before anybody says I'm clout chasing, I just want to let you guys know that that's not my intention. And this is exactly why I created a separate TikTok and Twitter account. It was because I didn't want to bring this energy onto my main platforms. I'm simply sharing my story because a lot of victims are coming forward on Twitter. I've had so many requests from people that I'm close with saying, oh, you should talk about it, you should tell people about it, blah, blah, blah. A lot of my close friends and people who were there with me at the time, they knew exactly how I felt and how this impacted me. So they were telling me like, yo, maybe it's time for you to share your story, even though it's been 1.5 years, you know, like you should still share it. If I really wanted to clout chase, I would have shared my story the next day when this was all fresh during the whole Tati and Sam scandal. But I decided to because I didn't want to create a whole new scandal at the time. I'm speaking out now because there's a lot of other people coming forward and I guess it's the right time.
So what are your thoughts on James Charles? Do you think the police will get involved? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.